There has been raging debate between Kenyans and Tanzanians and who is better. And today, guys, no matter how patriotic I am, we need to put these straight to the point. Tanzanians have always been light years ahead of us. And I'm going to explain. You know, majirani wetu, they got it right from the start of their founding fathers. Mwalimu Julius Nyerere comes from a minority ethnic group of Zanaki. When you go and check the Zanakis, they are the minority of the minority. Their former president, like Jakaya Kikwete, comes from the Kwere clan, Kwere tribe, another minority. Benjamin William Mkapa comes from the Makua community that is a bit majority in Mozambique, but when you come to the side of Mtwara, they are the minority. The Nyundo man himself, Magufuli Pombe, comes from another minority group called the Zinza, who are living in Chato, Geita here, near Kenyan border. While our own very founding fathers, and even up to today, you can never become the president of this country if you don't belong to the two ethnic tribes. You must either be a Kikuyu or you must either be a Kalenjin. And if you try so much, you be a Luo. And mind you, this is a country that has an ethnic group of close to 125 to 130. While I was here in this country with 43 only, we are in the brink of causing World War III. So Kenya, Tanzanians have always been very deliberate, slow but sure in development. I cannot explain about the SDR, which is now electric and it covers 1,219 kilometers with an opportunity to expand to Rwanda, Uganda and Burundi. And they funded it at a tune of 140 billion Kenya shillings, while ours, diesel powered. Mzee Kobe mwenyewe, 560 kilometer, 327 billion from China. And we continue to see the differences our neighbors have always been doing. Mwalimu Nyerere said, and there is ujamaa, socialism. Maendeleo ni watu, maendeleo sio vitu. Here in this country, we value infrastructural development. We cannot eat roads when the population is sick. We cannot be speaking about skyscrapers when the population is not able to feed itself. So we cannot even afford the bare minimum of calling ourselves human by having food, water and shelter in this country. So Kenya, majirani wetu, they have been far much ahead. And another example, another comparative analysis I'm going to give you. You know, corruption is existent everywhere. Corruption is there. But the level of leadership Tanzanians have always had, up to now, I think it is the only country in Africa that has never fought in election. They've never had an election violence. I think on our side. So this notion of saying that, Tanzanians have always been behind us, I think it is far-fetched. We cannot eat capitalism here. We cannot eat speaking good language of English. These guys, they were able to do what Mwai Kibaki, what Uhuru Kenyatta failed to do, especially Uhuru Kenyatta, in the name of BBI. Nyerere was able to unite 125 ethnic groups in 1960s after Tanzania got its independence. And mind you, at that time, there was a time Nyerere said, look at that guy. There was a time he said he is ready to delay Tanzania getting its independence so that Uganda and Kenya will get their independence the same day as Tanzania, but Kenyatta and Obote never heard of that. And that is a president, when he died, he only left a 3-bedroom house behind. A 3-bedroom house which was built for him by the civil servants. And just one decent room of a library. I think you can never find that in this country. That will be a retirement plan for a local village chief, honestly speaking. And finally, we know this very well. We've reached a level even Harambee Stars cannot play a home match in our country. You can never compare Tanzanian Premier League with the Kenyan Premier League. One of the largest earners in this continent are the Simbas and the Yangas. And Wakenya, please get me right. I'm not speaking this by praising Tanzanians, but these are the realities on the ground. We've always been duped to believe that we are the giants, we are the hegemons of East Africa, we are the darlings of the West. But that is not the case. And we live in an era where you cannot hide your things from the neighbors used to do in the 70s and 80s and the 90s. This is a 21st century where information moves at the speed of the light. So let's be aware of that. Our neighbors have always been ahead. They've always been, yeah, there is corruption and tribalism there also, but it is not as rampant as it is in this country. So Wakenya tafadhali, tumakinike. Let's look back where we have messed and let's see if we can salvage this country, because we all have this nation to protect and to stand for.